place whereby you're walking in the word of God. Whereby the word of God says greater. I wish I had a half a church now. Greater is he that is in me than he that's in the world. What did they say to you, man of God? It says I got more than enough to get beyond where I find myself. I have more than enough to be kept and sustained and taken to the next places in God he's called me to be in. I have everything I need to experience higher heights and deeper depths in the Lord. If I learn how to settle myself in his word, if I learn how to pull myself up on the promises of God, if I learn how to find shelter and rest and comfort in his word, doesn't mean I'm going to always understand the direction that God chooses for my life. The answer to that question is no. Because it's not for us to know the thing that God has reserved for his own hand. But it's important that we as the people of God understand that what he promised, he's God enough. He's God enough to keep. And if he said glory to glory, that's what he meant. Like the song said earlier today. Hallelujah. Anyhow, told us that never let your trials or your trouble get you down. When your trial, when they come your way, lift your hand up high and say, hallelujah. Anyhow, learn how to flip it on the devil. Learn how a liar works. See, when you deal with a liar long enough, you learn how to interpret a liar's lie, justifying the truth. I wonder if I ever had a liar, anybody ever dealt with a liar in here? And if you deal with a liar long enough, you learn how to interpret a liar's lie, justifying the truth. You know, a liar don't always flat out lie. Every now and then a liar tell you half truth. In other words, they let a liar tell you it ain't gonna happen. But when you've been dealing with this devil liar we deal with, you come to understand that when he say it ain't gonna happen, it must go happen. Because he'll flip the truth into a lie. When you deal with a liar long enough, they'll tell you, say, I'm home. You say, well, have you been? How long you been home? Well, I've been, you just got here. I can tell your lie. And I know how to flip your lie and find the truth. When the devil tell you God ain't going to do something, you got to learn how to flip that devil's lie, just to find the truth. And if the devil's in it, it's because God is in it. He's just like Walgreens, honey. He don't even build a store unless it's a CVS across the street. I wish I had somebody. And if the devil show up, it's because he recognized God. If God were in it, Satan would have never showed up. But since he showed up, you need to draw the conclusion. It's because God is in it. I wish you heard your neighbor say, he said greater. I know you can't afford but half a head of weave at a time now. But God said greater. I know the chips are low now. But God said greater. And whose report are you going to believe? He said greater. And if you know like I know, you on your way to greater. You on your way to more. It's important that we as the people of God believe it. It's important that we as the people of God trust it with everything we have. And if you can't trust him going forward, you ought to trust him looking back and use your testimony and go back to that conclusion that said, he's never left me and he's never forsaken me. He's brought me all the way. Who's it about, Apostle? It's about Jesus. It's not about folk. And when you start getting caught up in people, you'll miss your greater. We're so busy trying to be so much to folk that we don't allow God to be God for us. We get so caught up in who we supposed to be strength for that we lose sight of the fact that he is our strength. Are y'all with me? In the time of your trouble, And I'm here to tell you on tonight, and even when your back's against the wall, and you don't know which way to turn, if you put your trust in Jesus, you put your trust in God through Jesus, He will work the impossible on your behalf. You ain't got to believe me. Ask Moses what the man to do when you get in trouble and don't have nowhere to turn. And some of y'all might not know this, but sometimes you can get in trouble following Jesus. Sometimes you can get in trouble doing what you think is the right thing. Next thing you know, your back is against the wall. I don't understand this. I am confused. How in the world do I end up between a rock and a hard place, following a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night? Seems like to be even a fool can follow that type of pattern. How do you get in trouble following God? Baby, you don't get in trouble following God. You get in purpose. Tell your neighbor, I'm not in trouble. I'm in purpose. And He did it on purpose. I wish I had somebody. Y'all don't even want to get it before you come to church. I'm not in trouble. I'm in purpose. And God did it on purpose. Let me slow this thing down. How do I walk and run from the enemy and end up between the Red Sea with mountains on every side when it was a miracle that I followed to be here? How do I follow a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night and end up in trouble? You better wake your neighbor up and tell him, say, you're not in trouble. God's about to prove Himself. And when He gets through with you, honey, He gonna knock one of your 2-row socks down. When God gets through with you, He gonna put a run in your new stocking. When God gets through with you, you're not gonna be the same saint that you were when you got caught up. You might be in a mess now, but when God gets finished, you're going to be in a bless. I wish somebody say something. God's going to take you from a mess. Come here, Reverend Bass. That'll mess you up. Have you wondering what you did? You're the pillar of fire now. Have you wondering what you did wrong? When all the while you thought you was following Jesus. Been paying my tithes. Been going to my services. Been not running my mouth. Been trying to be what God had me to be. How did I end up in this mess? Following miracles. Tell your neighbor, God got a plan for you. That's the only reason you're here. You're not here unless God because of you. You're here because God's about to conquer something in your life. And if you know like I know, you want poverty conquered in your life. If you know like I know, honey, you want not have enough money conquered in your life. You want sickness conquered in your life. And in order for it to come to pass, God's got to bring it to a head. No wonder He told Moses that the enemies that you see today, you shall never see them again. Say your neighbor, say, just get through the day. Just get through the day. I know you're about to have a heart attack in this season. But if you make it through this season, y'all ain't having no church. God's going to do something. Just make it through the day. Oh! There's a whole lot that come with this. Are you ready? For what the day gonna bring? The day gonna bring? Somebody say ain't nothing to you, no way. The day gonna bring? Somebody say good enough for you. The day gonna bring? Somebody say you thought you had to go in them. I'm glad to see them brought down the side. The day gonna bring? Friends. Not calling you and not answering your phone when you call them. The day gonna bring heartache and problems. But I tell you, if you just make it through the day. But can you make it through the day? I wish I had a church. Sometimes you got to go through this here to get to the other side. But can you make it through the day? Purge yourself. All these folk acting up, grumbling, talking drunk, so inconsiderate. They're not even considering if they are hungry. That Moses has been hungry a long time. They're not even considering if they are thirsty. Moses has been thirsty a long time. They're not even considering if they in threat of losing their life. That Moses is the #1 enemy. So inconsiderate. And I tell you, just like in ministry sometimes. Folk are so inconsiderate. And all they can think about is themselves. And they don't think about the burden that comes along with being a leader. But that's all right. I'm so glad I know the one who called me. And I know the one who sent me for. And while Moses was being affected by the people, guess who spoke up? Guess who spoke up? When I asked you, would you say God? Guess who spoke up? While Moses was busy being a man and being a human being and being affected by the situation. I don't care how much Holy Ghost you got. Every now and then the situation will get to you. But why? He was caught up in being Moses. God spoke to Moses. Told him, said what? Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Is it all right? It ain't what it looks like. It ain't what it seems like. Stand still. Now that's crazy. Because physically Moses is standing still. Ain't nowhere for him to go. He's standing on the ledge. There's water everywhere, nowhere to go. That's the problem. The people have a problem because they are standing still. And Pharaoh's still moving. So when God says stand still, he won't talk about your feet. He was talking about steady your mind, steady your spirit, slow yourself down, get like kung fu and control your breathing. You're a little bit too excited. Don't you know if I brought you through that over there, I'm gonna bring you through this over